Girlie, while the Women's Euros and WAFCON are coming to an end, the Copa America Femenina is only just heating up. The group round is over and the teams going home and those through to the next round are confirmed, so here's what you missed and your guide on the knockouts. The group stage kicked off on July 12th with an entertaining opener where the hosts Ecuador made a late comeback to draw 2-all against Uruguay, and 19 matches later, these are the final group standings. In Group A, Argentina were the first team through to the semi-finals, and topped the table as the only team in this edition to have a perfect group stage record with 4 wins in 4 against Uruguay, Chile, Peru and Ecuador. Then Uruguay, whose very participation was in doubt ahead of this tournament due to their protests against the Uruguay Football Association for fair treatment and adequate conditions, are the second semi-finalists, having finished second in the group. Success which is no doubt a result of receiving what they fought for. Chile at third place secured a spot in the 5th place playoff, which is related to qualification for the 2027 Pan American Games, while Peru, finishing with 0 points, are out entirely. And so are the hosts Ecuador, with only 1 win in their 4 matches. From this group, a player to watch is Uruguay's 23-year-old Belen Aquino, who in the Uruguay vs Ecuador opener scored the first goal of the tournament, which was a stunning long-range strike. And with 2 crucial goals in 4 matches, she's been a standout. Meanwhile, in Group B, Brazil have qualified for the semis and sit top of the table, following wins against Venezuela, Bolivia and Paraguay and a draw against Colombia. Colombia are also through to the knockouts at second place, and notably scored 8 goals against Bolivia along the way, for the most goals in a match so far. Then Paraguay clinched third place after a 2-1 comeback against Venezuela last night, so they're facing Chile in the 5th place playoff, while Venezuela are out following this defeat, and so are Bolivia, with 0 points at the bottom of the table. This group has had multiple standouts, from Colombia's attacking threats Linda Caicedo and Mayra Ramirez, to Brazil legend Marta, who returned from retirement, to her younger teammate Kerolin, who's among the top scorers. But Paraguay's rising young player Claudia Martinez Ovando has been the breakout star of this tournament. At just 17 years old, she's the top scorer with 6 goals, bursting onto the scene with a hat-trick against Bolivia. She scored the winning goal to send Paraguay to the 5th place playoff, and also broke Brazil's 10-match Copa America clean sheet streak. Aside from the football, however, there's been protests and controversies, with no VAR throughout the group stage and players being forced to warm up in small rooms smelling of paint, which CONMEBOL responded to by allowing them to warm up on the pitch, among the issues sparking criticism from players and fans. But in the end, we're down to the final 4. Argentina vs Colombia and Brazil vs Uruguay, with Chile vs Paraguay the 5th place playoff commencing on Monday. So who do you think will be the finalists?